And welcome back to Southeastern High School. You know what I didn't do, Keith? I didn't update the scoreboard.
I think you better do that.
I better do that. This is Dwayne Hulett. Keith Yex is alongside. He's got done with his fall sports guide.
Yeah,
And,
it can't be a preview when the season's already started.
Got through with that and made it up to the Lady Sons Classic where we're at tonight. This is our second full match of the night. We were a little late getting started with a few things that came up today, but at any rate, we're back and happy to be here and happy to have Keith alongside. As we've got the scoreboard all reset now, we should be good to go, I think. Look at that. Hey, look at that. It's wonderful when a plan comes together, isn't it?
Yep.
First full week of football's in the books. Had a rough weekend for a lot of schools. Weather was not kind.
No, it took us 2 days to play 2 halves.
Yeah, kind of funny how that worked. I think we'll do the national anthem here for the game between the Southeastern Suns and the West Central Heat. And we'll talk a little bit about that because Keith and I were talking in the last match. West Central is playing back-to-back here tonight in the tournament, which is a little abnormal. We'll let you hear the national anthem. And the national anthem, probably going to do, I don't know if they'll do starting lineups for Southeastern or not. They tend to do most of the time, but since it's a tournament, they may skip it. I like to give Coach Kerr a hard time, Keith, because you've been around here long enough to know he's one of, if not the best coach in the area, but he's got a lot of talent on this team through the high school now. I'd say there's no pressure here. You've only won state tournaments in junior high, and all those girls are coming up, and they're all playing together, and everybody's been waiting for this. There's no pressure at all.
Nope. As he said, he doesn't like putting pressure on the girls that way.
Nope, he doesn't like setting goals either.
No.
Like we were talking the other night, weren't we? And he said he doesn't like setting goals.
Nope.
He does like to play in November, but he doesn't like to set goals.
That's his big goal, is to play in November and let it go from there.
That means you won a regional probably, and it's a pretty good year. And he's generally finds himself playing in November, it seems like, because we're ready to go.
There were some of those years that they run up against Terry Paul and
Colchester back in the day,
or
West Prairie.
Or the early days of West Prairie, where usually the team that won that regional game ended up making it to at least the Super.
Yeah, there wasn't too long ago that there was so much good volleyball in this area, and it's really still really good volleyball, but you don't have those two necessary year after year powerhouses like Southeastern and Colchester or Southeastern and West Prairie used to be back in the day. And they're going to start off with Kara Stevens, the freshman, at the service line for the Suns. They'll start with the serve here. And Stevens' serve is dug by Winters in the back row. Bowman with the attack. Over across it goes to Kinsey Griswold. Abigail Schaefer with the attack. It's dug. Now it's going to be Bowman on the attack again. Kara Stevens is back there. Schaefer middle to Amanda Stevens, and she hits. Nope, she's going to get the in the net violation. She hit it out, but Harley Haynes was in the net. Kara Stevens is going to get the service point, and the Suns will go up 1-0. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for as Stevens serves up her second serve. Tried to go to Haynes, and Haynes overran it. She wanted it quick, and it ended up not being. And now they're going to call Schaefer under the net. Side out. And Liberty Miller, going back to serve. 1-1's the score. Kara Stevens, a little troubles there, but that's going to be Amanda Stevens sending the free ball across. Liberty Miller, quick sets to Haynes. Dug by Schaefer. Stevens goes diving for it, but it goes into the bleachers. It's going to be a point for Liberty Miller and the Heat. They go up 2-1. So it's Abigail Schaefer, Kinsey Griswold, Kara Stevens, Amanda Stevens, Gracie Arthur, the libero. There's Kara Stevens. Griswold is blocked, but it goes right back across by Schaefer. Pushed across. Kara Stevens is there. Back set to Amanda Stevens on the slide. It wasn't pretty, but it got across the net. Bowman is going to get the kill. Shelby Bowman gets the kill, her first. Second point for Miller, and it's 3-1 Heat. Now, we did talk about in the last one, it's unusual and at the beginning of this, but they are warmed up, so they've got the jitters out of the way anyway. And there's a hit into the net for Amanda Stevens, a hitting error, and it's another point for Liberty Miller. She's got 3 straight, and the Heat lead 4-1 here in set number 1. They were slow starters, were the Suns in their first match of the year earlier. Oh, a let serve by Liberty Miller, and it just hits the net and rolls up and over. Amanda Stevens thought about diving after it, but knew she couldn't get to it. Those, I still say let serves are just not fair.
It's just part of rally scoring.
That's out and a side out on the service error. 4-2, and coming back to serve is going to be Kinsey Griswold. The other player to start was Zoe Griswold, number 3 for the Suns. Back set to Bowman. Off the hands of Arthur, and Bowman's going to get the kill and the side out. Shelby Bowman's got 2 kills already, and she's going to go back to serve. Seitz comes in for the Heat. So it's Bowman serving, Seitz in the front row, Winters in the front row, and Henshaw in the front row. Actually, Seitz or Winters of the Lauren. Oh, Lauren just dove out of the way and stuck an arm out and got a dig on Amanda Stevens. And they're going to go right back to her again, and she goes right back at Winters again, and she dug that one. Now Schaefer's going to go a slide again. It's going to go off the block of Seitz. Now it's going to be Kinsey Griswold from the back row. Bowman with a dig. Now it's going to come near side to Seitz. Seitz across court. Kara Stevens is there. Now Zoe Griswold's going to bump it across. Middle to Haynes, excuse me, and it's going to go off and onto the floor as Harley Haynes gets a kill. And Bowman's going to get a point.
You can tell Tim Kerr's beside himself.
It's 7-2. Stevens, Amanda hits it into the net. It's another hitting error. And another point. Bowman to serve again. Stevens of the Amanda variety. Right back to her she goes. She's going to tip it into the hole, but it's out of bounds. Right idea, wrong placement, and it's 9-2.
He's going to try to let him play through this.
Yeah, this is experienced coach though. Kerr lets him play through a lot of stuff, and it's Abigail Schaefer says, "I don't need you, Amanda. I'll just take care of her myself." And she sends the little dump across to get the kill.
That's a senior leadership that she's got.
You're exactly right. Abigail Schaefer now back to serve. Her team trailing by 6, 9-3. Bump set. It's going to be pushed across. Deep corner. Griswold goes to get it. Middle to Stevens. She's going to tip that one across and get the kill. Amanda Stevens gets her first kill. And it's a point for Abigail Schaefer. And it's 9-4. Right side. Seitz is there. Winters comes to get it. Be bumped across by Bowman. Kara Stevens. Schaefer quick to Amanda Stevens. And she drove that one home with authority, her second kill.
In a row.
And second point in a row for Abigail Schaefer. And Amanda Stevens, who really had a kill, and Lauren Winters just stuck an arm out and got lucky earlier, is coming to life a little bit for the Suns. Now Haynes is going to have to send it across. She does. Kinsey Griswold's there. Back set goes to Riley Van Fleet. Now it's going to be Stevens sets to Zoe Griswold. Winters is there again at the Lauren variety. Here comes Seitz tipping it across. Schaefer tipped across by Amanda Stevens. Pushed across by Henshaw. Abigail Schaefer to Stevens. Off one arm of Henshaw. And Amanda Stevens going to get another tip kill. Abigail Schaefer, her third point, and it's 9-6. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're cheering from and who you're cheering for as Schaefer gets an ace. Dropped that one in about a foot inside the 10-foot line, it looked like. That just floated across and fell right across the net. It's 9-7. Suns trail by 2 now. It was 9-3 when Schaefer started serving. An overpass. Schaefer now tips back corner. Liberty Miller's there. Haynes bump set. Sights on the attack. Kara Stevens quick to Amanda Stevens, and Schaefer left that one short. Stevens couldn't get to it. It's 10-7. Back to serve is going to be Harley Haynes for West Central. Haynes has a kill. Her first attempt at the service line here in this match. And it goes Hulett serve. Kinsey Griswold went down and got it, and she stood right up in the way of
Amanda Schaefer.
Abigail Schaefer, yeah.
Yep.
You're showing your age right there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is that her sister?
Yeah. It happens.
I was thinking the same thing as soon as you said it. I feel your pain. Stevens on the attack, right down in front of Liberty Miller, and Amanda Stevens gets the kill. Her fourth, and she'll come back to serve now with her team trailing 11-8. Harley Haynes struggles with that one, and we'll give Stevens an ace. Probably technically wasn't, but we'll give her one anyway. They did get an arm on it, tracing it out of bounds, but it was way out of bounds before they did. Amanda Stevens' second serve with her team down by 2. Liberty Miller bump set. Haynes is going to have to send a free ball across. Schaefer's there. Stevens now sets to Kara Stevens. And they dig it. Haynes got it up and over. It comes. Amanda Stevens back. Across it goes to Zoe Griswold. And she gets the kill off sights. Zoe Griswold gets her first kill. And it's 11-10. And Amanda Stevens has her second service point and a chance to tie it up here for Southeastern. Hard, low serve, dug over there by Henshaw. Bump set, sights on the attack. Abigail Schaefer's there. Crossed it comes to Zoe Griswold again, and that time it goes off Haynes. They're going to battle it up. Winters gets it across. Back set it goes to Van Fleet. She hits it deep and out. Side out. And going back to serve, I believe, is Henshaw back there. It is. Kara Stevens, Amanda Stevens, back to Kara on the attack, and a kill for the freshman Kara Stevens, her first. Set assist from Big Sis, and it's going to be Zoe Griswold back to serve on the side out, 11-12, a 1-point advantage, or disadvantage, I should say, for the Suns. Griswold serve, right side. Henshaw bump set, goes to Winters. Amanda Stevens to Kara Stevens. It's dug back there by Haynes. Across the net and out of bounds, just barely down the line. Sights sent it down the net, cross court, and it's out of bounds. Zoe Griswold gets the point, and we're tied here in set number 1, 12-12. Griswold serve right side. Pushed across by Winters. Van Fleet on the attack. Harley Haynes off the hand of Amanda Stevens gets the kill and gets her second and gives her team a lead again, 13-12. Sights back to serve. Grace Sights at the service line. Deep. Zoe Griswold went back to get it. Amanda Stevens bump step to Kinsey Griswold. It's blocked by Winters. Now it's going to come to Kara Stevens, and she'll tip it across for a kill. Kara Stevens, the freshman, gets her second kill, and we're knotted at 13. Gracie Arthur coming in to serve, the libero for the Suns. Abigail Schaefer back in the front row. And off the block of Griswold. And Amanda Stevens couldn't get to it. It'll fall to the floor. Bowman gets the kill. Her third, and a side out. Gives the lead back to the Heat. Trying to check who. Reagan Long coming in to serve. Lauren Winters going to take a seat. And Long will be the server. 14-13, Heat with the lead. They led 8-2 or 8-1?
7-2.
7-2. Abigail Schaefer cross court, a big hit, but it goes out of bounds. It's 15-13. Long gets the point for the Heat. Kinsey Griswold. Stevens to Griswold. Blocked. Brought up by Amanda Stevens. Schaefer on the attack. Goes down the left line that time. It's Doug. Haynes with the big hit. And a kill. That came right at me that time. I needed the chicken wire. Haynes gets her third. Sykes got the service point. Or Long, excuse me, got the service point. Henshaw. Liberty Miller sends it across. Stevens out to Schaefer. Pushed deep corner. Nice placement by Henshaw. She'll get the kill. Long gets another point. And it's 17-13. Kara Stevens from the right side this time is going to get the kill on a back bump set from her sister. Doesn't matter how you get it as long as you get it right. And the first rotation for both teams has been completed. Kara Stevens back to serve for the second time here. She's got one service point. Come to Bowman. Bowman pushes it deep corner. Stevens is there. Schaefer back set to Zoe Griswold. She comes all the way across court and too far across court. Hitting air, side out. And Liberty Miller goes back to serve with her team leading 18-14 here in set number one of the final game of night number one, or final match, I should say, of night number one of the Lady Suns Classic, the 2023 version. Amanda Stevens, Abigail Schaefer, back to Amanda Stevens. A little soft hit that time across. Bowman on the attack. Gracie Arthur's there. Schaefer over to Kinsey Griswold. Dug back there by Long. Near side Bowman. And she'll get the kill. Shelby Bowman with her fourth kill. It's 19-14. Liberty Miller gets the service point, her fifth, and a timeout charged to the Southeastern Suns. We'll take a break as well. You're watching the Lady Suns Classic on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adams Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adams Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your...
And welcome back, just in time for Liberty Miller to serve, and it goes out. A service error results in a side out. It's 19-15, and Kinsey Griswold back to serve, as you can hear some rattling maybe. Keith is making an instrument change. Oh, off the hands and blocked by Amanda Stevens. Now Bowman again is blocked. Or no, that's Miller blocked over there, I think. And that time Stevens is going to get the kill on an overpass. Feeding the bears, Ned Eckert likes to say, and Kinsey Griswold gets the point. It's Ebert that was facing those two back and forth over there. Now here comes Abigail Schaefer down the line. I don't know if she meant to do that necessarily, but off the right side of her hand, it goes down the right line, and it's a kill for Abigail Schaefer, her second. Another point for Kinsey Griswold, her second, and it's 19-17. The Suns have come back a couple times in this one, but they haven't ever been able to take control of this one. That's in the net. Hitting air for Haynes, and it is a 1-point game, 19-18. Kinsey Griswold to serve again. Blocked by Stevens. Bowman's hit was. Miller goes to get it. Henshaw pushes it across. Schaefer's there. Back set goes to Zoe Griswold. Dug back there by number 2. That was Winters. And then Bowman's going to try to paint the line and can't do it. It's out of bounds, and we're knotted at 19. 4 straight for Kinsey Griswold. Right side, it's Gracie Winters. No, it's Henshaw over there, excuse me. Henshaw put it across. Schaefer quick to Amanda Stevens, and she tips it across, and they got it up and across. They're going to call Haynes for an illegal hit, though. A lift, and the Suns have the lead for the first time tonight, I do believe. It's Kinsey Griswold with 5 straight, and it's 20-19 Suns. Bump set. Haynes is going to bring it across. Zoe Griswold there. Tipped across on a dump attempt from Schaefer. Arthur gets it. Slide to Stevens and abuses the block of Haynes. And who was that over there? Bowman as well. And it goes down between them and the net. Amanda Stevens gets her 6th kill. 6th straight service point for Kinsey Griswold, and it's 21-19 Suns. As Gracie Winters and Stevens hits that one out of bounds. Gracie Winters had a little trouble with that, but able to get it brought up. Seitz comes in. Winters takes a seat. Bowman back to serve with her team. Trailing by 1 here in set number 1. Kara Stevens, Schaefer to Stevens of the Amanda variety. Schaefer now to Zoe. Another block. That time is by Henshaw. Now it's going to be, there's in the net. Little too over anxious for Haynes as she had a chance to find a good spot, and she found the spot but brought the arm through and down into the net. A side out, and Abigail Schaefer goes back to serve. Riley Van Fleet checks in. The Suns lead by 2, 22-20. Dig by Long. Bumped across by Henshaw. Van Fleet, Schaefer, quick to Stevens. And they called Haynes in the net, but Stevens got the kill anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. 23-20. Abigail Schaefer. Another service point. She's got 5. Trying to serve this one out if she can. She needs 2 more, and 2 more including the one she's on right now. Stevens is going to push it across. Haynes. Stevens again on Amanda Stevens on an overpass. Gets her 8th kill. 6th service point for Abigail Schaefer. And the Suns, who trailed 7-2 and then trailed by 4 or 5 later, have now found themselves up by 4 with a set point here in set number 1. Schaefer to serve. Overpass. Van Fleet. Schaefer to Stevens, and fittingly enough, Amanda Stevens drives one down the middle of the floor for set point 25-20. The Suns will win set number 1. Amanda Stevens, 9 kills in the set. 6 service points for Kinsey Griswold and Abigail Schaefer. And the Suns are 1 set away from winning their opening round match against West Central here in the 2023 Lady Suns Classic. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple minutes.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to Southeastern High School here in TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Keith Yex is alongside. Always good to have Keith with us. And off air, we were talking about how things changed. A lot of changes for the Southeastern Suns team. We talked about, or I talked about coming in. Everybody has high expectations, but they lost some really good players last year. Yeah, so you're plugging in some really good players, but you lost some really good ones.
Right. You lost Summer Ramsey, and you lost, you lost
Abby
McMillan,
who was one of the.
There was another role player that was a senior last year too. That they played a lot of minutes last year to make it all the way to the super sectional. So I mean, this team has not found their stride yet.
Abby McMillan would have been a starting middle on most every team in the area outside of Southeastern and maybe Unity and Brown County.
I think she could have started for anybody.
Well, she would have started, but she would have been a starting middle, not a second row middle.
Right.
Here's Liberty Miller to start things off in set number 2. 25-20. Suns led and won set number 1. Stevens is blocked by Haynes, and it'll be a point for the Heat as they start off right where they started off game number 1 with the lead. Liberty Miller gets her 6th service point. We'll give Haynes a block on that. And the Suns get it right back. And Kinsey Griswold coming back to serve. Middle Haynes blocked. Griswold's there. Schaefer. Stevens gets the kill. Unofficially her 11th. Kinsey Griswold gets her 7th service point. 2-1 the score. Suns with the lead. Live chat's quiet tonight. Hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Share the link if you would. Like it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then we're going to call Liberty Miller in the net. And another point for the Suns. Kinsey Griswold. Another serve. Miller sets to Haynes. Griswold with a dig. Zoe Griswold hits it into the net. A hitting air and a side out. 3-2, and going back to serve is going to be Grace Seitz for the Heat. Her team trailing by 1, 3-2. Deep middle and just out. It was close. 4-2, and coming back to serve is the starting setter, Abigail Schaefer. Getting to play a little left in this format for the Suns as well, but she'll set when she's in the back row for the most part. And there's a serve. It's Lauren Winters on the dig. Haynes is going to bump it across. Griswold went to get it. Oh, Schaefer got a one-arm set, and Stevens sends it across. What a rally there. It's going to be blocked. And Schaefer dug it up, but then there was a little communication problem trying to figure out who should get it next. And it's going to be a point for Seitz, or a side out, excuse me. And it's going to be Harley Haynes going back to serve. 4-3, the score. Well, they're aiming right at me. We started talking about that chicken wire, and
I think you're going to need it.
I'm going to need it, I'm telling you. Amanda Stevens back to serve. At least I know Amanda won't hit me. She's serving the other direction. That's a plus. And she sends that one long. A side out on a service there. Hinshaw back to serve, I do believe. Deep. Kara Stevens. Kara can't get it across. Riley Van Fleet's hit was the fourth, and it's a tie ball game. 5-5. Rebecca Henshaw gets her first service point. She does have a kill. Kara Stevens. Amanda Stevens to Kara. Harley Haynes with the dig. Liberty Miller. Schaefer. Zoe Griswold. Dug back there by Gracie Winters. Back set Riley Van Fleet. Dug by Henshaw. Haynes on the attack. Off the net and it'll fall. Harley Haynes gets the kill. Her fourth. And it's 6-5. Henshaw gets her second service point. Missed that one. Under the net it goes, side out. Melinda Berlin watching, saying go Heat. There's an attack. Griswold went over and got it. Amanda Stevens is going to send a free ball across. Middle to Lauren Winters. Amanda Stevens with the dig. Schaefer to Kinsey Griswold, who's been relatively quiet tonight. And a couple passing problems, and it's going to fall on the Heat side. Zoe Griswold to serve. Haynes. Now Haynes from deep.
Air nailed it.
She hit that one at me, too. I think I must have done something to Harley Haynes. She's hit me like twice now. I've tried to be nice. She's had a great game, great night, really, personally. Team playing a little bit better here in game number 2. That was a hitting error.
They reversed it. It's 8-7 now.
It is 8-7. I couldn't hear what they were saying. Something about it before it hit the Bowman back to serve. Kinsey Griswold on the attack. Tipped across. Nice placement. That's Rebecca Henshaw from her setter position getting that one to fall. Her second kill. Bowman gets her fourth service point. And it's 8-8. Bowman back to serve. Schaefer, Stevens, Griswold. Dug by Bowman. Seitz, Griswold, Stevens, middle to Kara Stevens, off the block, dug by Haynes. Middle it comes to Lauren Winters. Lauren Winters is going to drop one short in front of a diving Amanda Stevens. And Lauren Winters is going to get her first kill of the game. Bowman her fifth service point, and it's back to a 1-point lead for the West Central Heat. Stevens brought that up. Kara Stevens tipped it across. Seitz is going to bump it across. Schaefer's there. Amanda Stevens cross to Kinsey Griswold. It's touched, and it's not going to get across. Side out.
The German portion of the broadcast here, 9-9.
Yeah. That it is. Gracie Arthur back to serve, the libero. What's up with the long pants? I've noticed a few players. This is the first year that I've seen them do it. There's a tip across. Oh, that come up. They're going to call a replay.
A lot of the college girls are wearing long pants.
Well, I've got no problem with it. It's just they'd never done it in the past. Was it a rule change that allowed them to do it now?
I think so.
That was out, and Seitz went to get it and then realized too late that it was going to go out and had to hit it anyway. And 10-9 lead for the Suns. That's one of those, I need to get it. Oh, I can't get it. Well, I can't get out of the way fast enough. That's what happened right there to Seitz, unfortunately. Tipped across by Henshaw again. Another dump, and she gets the side out, tied at 10. And Reagan Long going back to serve now. She's got 3 service points tonight. 10-10's the score, set number 2. Suns won set 1, 25-20. And it was close through the middle stages. And now it's going to be Kara Stevens on the attack and the kill. And she'll go back to serve with her team up 11-10. Were you showing me something there? I'm sorry. Show it to me again. I wasn't looking. Schaefer to Stevens, who hit it to Griswold, and Griswold just drove it off the block of Haynes, and it went into the third row of the bleachers. It's a kill for Kinsey Griswold, her first actually, and a point for Kara Stevens, and the Suns lead by 2, 12-10. Haynes to Tegan Rigg, who's in the game. Griswold gets another kill. And another point for Kara Stevens. What are you showing me here?
Front page banner.
Don't miss 2 great special sections in addition to the Hancock County Journal Pilot. I'll get back to that in a second. Stevens serve and a hitting error by Haynes. And it's 14-10. Stevens gets her first service point. Nauvoo Grape Festival special section and a fall sports preview. God, the Nauvoo Grape Festival, that's so much fun every year. Best car show in the state of Illinois.
Yep.
And an ace for Kara Stevens. It's 15-10. You ever notice that, like, the announcers jinx when you say it's a good match and it's close and it's been close the whole way and then somebody just goes on a run? You ever notice that?
Yep. That's why you never say it.
Too late, I already did. Bowman, and in a passing error, and Stevens gets another one. Her 6th service point, 16-10. Drop short, out to Haynes, blocked by Schaefer, tipped up, now out by Griswold, dug by Bowman. Haynes again on the attack. It's going to come across. Stevens is there. Schaefer quick to Stevens of the Amanda variety, and she gets the kill down in front of Long. Amanda Stevens gets her 12th. The 7th service point for Kara Stevens. And it's 18. Make it 17-10. I hit the button an extra time. 17-10. And a let serve. Oh, what a job by Bowman to hang in for that. Haynes with the tip. Rigg was there. Stevens now is going to tip it across. Bowman's there. Henshaw, middle, Haynes. Haynes off the net. Tegan Riggs there. Schaefer out to Kinsey Griswold. Griswold drops it short. It's Doug. Pushed out to Seitz, excuse me. And then Schaefer with the block and the touch on the way back down. Abigail Schaefer gets the block. And yet another point for Kara Stevens, her 8th. 18-10. Melinda Berlin, thanks for hopping into live chat. You're the only one to do it so far tonight. I should give you a prize of some sort. If you watch later in the week, I'm going to have something for you. I'll let you know how to get a hold of it. Some sort of gift certificate or something, since you're the first and only one to talk tonight. We do appreciate it. Sights on the attack. Gracie Arthur. Stevens back to Arthur from the back row. The libero with the overhand attacks. Haynes is going to knock it out, and she thought it was a touch. And Haynes is going to get a talking to the captains. Haynes turned and said she touched it and was pretty adamant about it. And I think the officials are saying that we're not going to really put up with that too much. The other official's got her hand on her ear. I won't say who it is, but she might be over there listening very intently through their little two-way headsets they have. Might have to give her a hard time about that later when I see her. Kara Stevens has 9 service points. She served 8 straight. Kara Stevens to serve, 19-10. Suns with the lead. Sets out to Harley Haynes. That one was tipped. Goes across. Haynes with the attack. Tipped again.
Hit the outstick.
Did hit the outstick just barely. Schaefer did a good job of pulling that out of the net, though. It's a side out. Liberty Miller going back to serve. She's got 6 service points to lead the Heat tonight. Schaefer back sets to Kinsey Griswold, who tips it across, and it's going to end up in a kill for Kinsey Griswold, her 3rd. And a side out, and she'll come back to serve. Kathy and John Bear are cheering for Amanda and Kara and the Suns from Orange Park, Florida. Thanks for joining us, Kathy. Gracie Arthur. Schaefer, quick to Stevens, and a block by Haynes. Actually, they're going to say it was 4 hits. Never got it across to Haynes. A hitting error it is, and a side out to the Heat. And Seitz is going to go back to serve. Melinda Berlin is Liberty Miller's aunt. She is a 4th-generation volleyball player. That's pretty cool. And Amanda Stevens can't handle that serve off the hand of Grace Seitz. And it's a service point and an ace. And it's 20-13. Seitz back to serve again. Seitz serve. Stevens is there. Schaefer going to push it across. Hinshaw got it. Bowman on the attack now, and she's going to get the kill. Shelby Bowman with her 5th kill. 20-14, and Seitz gets her 2nd service point. Wasn't too long ago that it was 1st and 2nd generation volleyball players. Pretty cool that you're getting 4th and 5th generation volleyball players.
Oh my, another ace.
That is an ace. That was not even touched. That was just an olay of looking there. That wasn't even a swing at that one. 20-15. And Seitz has served 3 straight. She's trying for another. That one goes to Amanda Stevens. It's pushed up. Schaefer back to Stevens. Off the block of Haynes. Haynes out to Bowman. Bowman down the line. Oh, nice one-arm dig, or attempt at a one-arm dig by Kinsey Griswold, but it went through the net, as in through the right side of the net between the pole and the net. And it ends up being a point and a kill for Bowman, technically, I guess, because it never got touched again. And that's in. That's another ace. 3rd ace, 5th service point for Seitz, and it's 20-16. West Central does definitely have fight. They don't have any give up in them, that's for darn sure. Schaefer on the attack, and she'll end it with a kill there as she stops the bleeding for the Suns. And Abigail Schaefer gets her 3rd kill, and she'll come back to serve with her team up 21-17. Schaefer serve, right side, Bowman. Bowman's going to hit it across. Kara Stevens is there. Schaefer, quick to Amanda Stevens. Long is going to get it to Bowman, and Bowman will send a free ball across. Stevens. Amanda Stevens from Griswold to Schaefer to Stevens. And Amanda Stevens gets her unofficial 13th kill. Abigail Schaefer gets her 7th service point. And it's 22-17, Suns with the lead. Short. Bowman does a good job coming up to get it. Liberty Miller back set to Haynes, and she comes across and hits it out of bounds. Good thought. We've seen that several times tonight. Players with good ideas coming cross court just can't get it to drop on the sideline. It floats out of bounds on them. Schaefer again to serve with her team needing 2 points for a 2-set win. Middle, nope, it's going to go to Haynes down the right side, and Kara Stevens stuck an arm out, couldn't do anything with it. Harley Haynes going to get her 5th kill, and she'll go back to serve. Her team down by 5, 23-18. Kara Stevens, Schaefer. Did she tip that and it got, I think Bowman blocked that back at her, didn't she?
Yep, she did.
Bowman gets the block. Haynes gets the point. It's 23-19. That's a hard one off the hands of Stevens, and
that's an ace.
It's 23-20. And a sub coming in. Piper Ebert coming back in, I do believe. It is. Haynes a serve. Griswold got ate up by it, but she did get it up off the floor. Van Fleet sends it across. Lauren Winters now to Stevens, and she's going to get the kill. Amanda Stevens with her 14th. And it's 24-20, match point, and Amanda Stevens comes back to serve for the win for the Suns. 25-20 was set one win. Let's see if they can make it happen here. Stevens, let serve ace for Amanda Stevens. 3 points, 2 aces, and 14 kills unofficially for Amanda Stevens. 5 points, 6 kills, and a block for Shelby Bowman to lead the Heat, and that's how this one ends. 25-20, 25-20. The Suns get a 2-set win over the Heat. The Heat fall to 0-2 on the season, or on the tournament, I should say. The Suns improved to 1-0 in the tournament. And we'll take a break, and we'll be back. Actually, I'll stay here for a couple live reads, as we haven't really got to many of those tonight. This game brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales, with locations in Macomb and Augusta. 80 years of car sales experience. Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit them at www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. And Adams Experts. Looking for top-notch local computer sales and repair services? Call Adams Experts in Quincy at 217-214-3423 for fast, friendly, and affordable assistance. We make technology work. That's Adams Experts, your go-to when your computer goes down. And McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital's athletic trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to area student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And McDonough Telephone Cooperative, the West Prairie game streams, the Southeastern game streams when they're at West Prairie, are brought to you by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, and phone camera systems for McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211. Check your availability. And Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124. With focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All will enjoy your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And Coach Kerr he usually comes from behind you there, Keith. Heads up. I don't know where he's coming from. He's heading this way, though. Coach Kerr generally heads up this way and talks to us. He is finding his way over here. Get Coach Kerr on the headset here and see what he has to say about that one. Well, Coach, we've kind of talked about this a couple times now. Slow starts, but they seem to rebound okay.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Slow starts. And then we had a good start to second set and had a slow middle there. So I just told the girls we didn't have first of all, a lot of credit to West Central. Man, they played good, I thought. So good for them. Just told the girls that we didn't have, and I'm probably using this as an excuse, but we didn't have a very good summer. We had kids out and kids hurt, and there's probably a little bit more development that goes on in the summer than maybe we'd like to think, and we didn't have that. And so I think you're looking at maybe a little bit of rust, a little bit of I don't know. We also have 3 of our starters from last year not on the floor too.
Right.
So you're missing two starters in Abby and Summer, who have played forever for us. And Savannah's hurt, and so it's a different team out there. We'll get Savannah back tomorrow, hopefully a little bit in limited capacity. She's got released, so she'll be able to go out there and play a little bit for us, and maybe she can provide some stability to us and some things. But I'll tell you what, those other kids are playing well. You look at how Zoe's playing, you look at how Riley's playing, and Gracie and those guys, and Kara. So I can't really say it's that. It's just for some reason we just haven't been very smooth and haven't been super impressive yet so far. So hopefully we'll figure it out. And like I told the girls too, we're going to get a lot of other teams' best shots, and we're going to have to win games like that. So kudos to us for being able to hang in there. And I think we were down 19-14 in the first set, and we were able to come back and make a nice run. Kinsey got good serving going. And, you see a little bit of, you don't see probably, as dominant of Amanda-Abigail combination right now. They're going through some issues with communication and just timing and stuff. And, when we run a quick offense like that, sometimes that happens. So that's only going to get better as well, to get them back comfortable with each other again. And hopefully when that happens, then things get a lot easier when Amanda gets puts the ball on the ground more consistently.
A little unusual to see the Heat play back-to-back games in this tournament anyway. They came out, it seemed like, more loose and ready to play. Do you think that game before them maybe made them a little more ready to play in that first set?
Yeah, no, that's always just a big scale tipper. Is it one way or the other? Is it good to get a game under your belt and get loose, or is that you're going to get tired playing a tough 3-set match like that? So obviously, if you you can go either way on that. So I don't know, but no, you're right, and I think more of them. You're right. They played very loose and played to win. And sometimes we come out there and as the favorites come out and just play tentative. But again, I think they played well. They did some good things against us and exposed some things just like Pittsfield did last time. So we got some things to work on. But I think mostly we just have to continue to push and try to keep getting it incrementally better each night and hopefully they'll start getting a little bit easier, because these gray hairs are just popping up like crazy.
Well, we've talked about in the past that you don't get to practice during this tournament, but you get to work through a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's something to be said about that too, right?
Yeah, I don't think I guess I did call one timeout finally, but I didn't call one early on, and I think we were down 8 or 9-2, and I'm like, what, just let them do that, and like you said, work through it and figure it out. And I think the effort was there the whole time. I don't think there was anything, usually I tell them when I call a timeout, what am I going to say? Play better. You guys know that, the effort's there. They're trying, and just sometimes things don't go so well. And, we had, a couple of things early that kind of went against us. We had a really good 5-set to Kinsey for a kill, and Abigail stepped over the line on that. So just some things like that here and there. And then you start questioning yourself a little bit, and it gets tighter. And as the favorite, like I said, you look up on the scoreboard, and you expect to be ahead by 10, and you're down by 4 or 5. Then all of a sudden it's 6 or 7, and you play tighter and play not to lose, and try to be tentative. And it's just one of those things. But again, like I said, work through it, and like you said, work through it, and just keep trying to get better and learning. We really. The last 4 years lost 4 really good players, and like I said, this is a different team every year, and this is a different team, and we're looking for Kinsey Griswold to step up more than she did last year, and I think she's doing that. But for the most part, just not really concerned. I guess just happy to get the win, obviously, and just. As much as we want to play well in our own tournament, we're obviously want to know in our own tournament, so there's nothing wrong there. But just a lot of pressure on us. I think we probably put it on ourselves, just being able to compete and participate and at a high level, right off the bat, since it's our home tournament. So sometimes there's something to be said about playing a couple games on the road and just kind of getting comfortable. But unfortunately for us, we're right up front and center with our crowd and expectations right off the bat.
All right. In years past, you've had that player, and Amanda Stevens is your player this year that everybody knows is going to be your main go-to, right? In years past, you've had Abigail, Abby McMillan,
right.
or somebody like that, or you had Taylor a couple years ago, and you haven't found that other. I don't think you've really found that other person, and that might be part of the deal right now. You're still searching for that, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think Kenzie's that person eventually for us, but she's not getting some balls, but she's still a little bit tentative, and she's still pretty green too as a sophomore. So I think again, this is something I thought was going to be a strength, and I think it eventually will be a strength for us. Is people will think when Amanda goes to the back row, then then now you can go get Southeastern, but what my perspective on that is, Amanda's in the back row, but she's now setting and Abigail's playing defense, and you have Kinsey and Kara as good attackers for us. So I think that hopefully that can be our consistency and our solidness, if that's a word, all the way around, all 6 rotations, I think that could be eventually a good thing for us, a strength of ours. But like you said, it's when Amanda struggled, she had a few balls out of bounds in the first set, and she didn't get hooked up very good with Amanda or with Abigail a couple times, and when she struggles and all of a sudden she goes to the back row and you're down 9-4, that's like, oh crap, So, but again, just persevered and made the right plays when we needed to, and just kind of held in there, and made just enough plays and a few enough mistakes that we were able to come out ahead tonight.
You mentioned Abigail back playing defense when Amanda's setting. Well, she gets to hit a little bit when Amanda's setting too. I think she likes that a little bit.
Yeah, she does. And she's such a versatile player. She's kind of a small kid, but really jumps well. And I really thought her blocking was fantastic tonight. She got a lot of touches and some stuff blocks, and she's just really, really athletic and really playing at a high level and something. Like you said, she's you look at a hitter, a setter, a blocker, a defensive player. She's got the whole thing. So that's something that I think hopefully people will notice, because she's really been a good player for us for the last couple of years. And I think this year, with the leadership steps that she's taken, giant leaps in the leadership areas as far as being a senior and leading the team, I think she's going to be one of the better players in the area.
Well, and she's kind of gets overshadowed by Amanda, I think, a little bit, as far as people talking.
Yeah.
But, Abby McMillan got overshadowed by Amanda, by Taylor, by whoever, in the last few years. You've always got that, seems like that player or two, right, that is overshadowed a little bit, but could probably go play anywhere and play well.
Yeah, right. No, you're right. We're fortunate to have, we think, 3 or 4 really good players on the floor at all times, and, we just have to figure out how to make it all gel and go together. And, I can't say enough about our kids that are – our Zoes and Gracies and Rileys, because they really are coming in, coming up big for us, making some good plays. I thought Riley Van Fleet played good tonight. She was solid hitting and made some nice passes that led to kills. And, Zoe did a couple of nice things for us as well. So, just one of those things where we just need to kind of, figure out how to not get behind and figure out how to win by a little bit more, I guess.
So let's look at the first night of the tournament. Mm-hmm. We've talked in years past, and Keith and I talked a little bit about this. This is probably one of the best 1A tournaments / small 2A school teams in the in the tournament. What's your take on area volleyball after night one?
Yeah, it's I think overall up a little bit. I think coming in, I thought maybe the top feeders maybe were down a little bit in terms of maybe not having as many. Unity probably isn't quite as good as they've been, because they've been really, really good the last 2 years. And obviously everyone looks at Illini West and what they have, bringing all their kids back, and they have a lot of momentum and playing really well, and they're going to be kind of a juggernaut, I think, through the area for small schools. But you look at obviously Beardstown got a big win tonight against Central, and Lauren Miller at Central, probably one of the best players, if not top 2 or 3 best players in the tournament, is down with an injury right now, and she's out for a little bit, so that obviously hinders what they can do. But Beardstown played well, and Unity managed to come out and win. And Payson Brown County, the Payson game was a really good game. I thought Payson looked great tonight. I think they're a lot of size and just some experience and some strength out there, and I thought they looked really good. And then, the barn burner that Rushville Industry West Central was just, one of those games where you hate to see anybody lose, because they both played so well and it was so evenly matched. So, it'll be interesting to see. You get Illini West in here tomorrow and see what they look like. And
West Hancock comes in
West
tomorrow
Hancock
too, right?
and Western, I think. So, get a few new teams in here and kind of see what it looks like. But it's always a good measuring stick, like we've talked about before, just kind of what you look like at the beginning of the year, and hopefully you can, hopefully for our sake, we can win a couple more and then see what happens on Saturday night, because obviously we like to play in that final round and see what we can do there, and hopefully we'll put a good showing together. And like I said, got some things to work on, but I think we got the kids that like to play the game and are capable and with the ability to do that, and hopefully. Like I said before, I like winning, but I like winning by a little bit bigger margin.
Not make it as exciting, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Make it a little less exciting, ladies.
For sure.
It'd be okay.
For sure, yes.
If the gray hairs could stay hidden for a little longer and all that good stuff.
For sure.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it. We'll make sure I'm here on time tomorrow night.
No problem. It's good to have you here, and you guys do a good job. And I need to get Evan to stop putting me on the camera so much. But maybe I need to stop getting in the way so much.
I'm pretty sure whoever was dancing over here a little bit ago was on camera too, but I couldn't see who that was.
Yeah.
That lovely lady dancing over there. We'll have to go back and watch that.
There you go.
Pointed out.
Sure.
So,
sure.
Well, Coach, I
right.
appreciate it greatly. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks so much.
No problem.
Yep.
Coach Kerr talking to us on the post-game show. So that'll do it. Keith, you want to give any closing words with me, or you want to hop on there? I thought maybe Keith might hop back on with me for a second. Good night of volleyball, and it seems like this tournament is always good, fun volleyball to watch.
It is, and I mean, you find out what you need to work on, win or lose, and this is a good start to the season, and the team that usually comes out of here and wins it, usually goes a long way.
Hancock County Journal-Pilot, Grape Festival special section, the Fall Sports special section.
Yep.
How many pages is the Fall Sports section?
12.
12 fall. How about the Grape Festival? You know how many pages?
It's 8.
It's 8. So your Fall Sports section is bigger than the Grape Festival.
Yep.
Special section. That's because you're so good, right?
I need to write briefer.
Oh, is that what it is?
And some people would say I sell too many ads, but
or not enough ads in the other one. Which would that be? Too many in the sports one, or not enough one in the Grape Festival?
Well, the Grape Festival, you got to figure for the sports section, we're doing all of Hancock County.
That's true.
For the Grape Festival, we're doing Nauvoo. There's not that many businesses in Nauvoo anymore.
Yeah, you got a lot more to sell in the whole county, don't you? So pick up a copy of the Hancock County Journal-Pilot. See what Keith. You put any predictions in there or anything? I mean,
no, it's straightforward.
You don't hop in there and say how far anybody's going to go or nothing.
I let the coaches. For the most part, I let the coaches do everything. I just write it up.
You just type it up and let it go. That's how I used to do it too. Just let them tell the story, and I'll just fill in a sentence in between or something and tie the quotes together. That's all you have to do, isn't it?
Yep.
I understand completely. So, well, Keith, I appreciate you stopping in here and talking to us. You're obviously welcome anytime you're around. If you're not busy doing something else or on your own call, hop in here and talk to us. We'd love to have you.
Okay.
So Keith Yex talking to us on the post-game show. That'll do it live from Southeastern High School. The Suns get a 25-20 win over West Central. West Central lost in 3, 25-19, or 19-25, 25-19, 14-16 to the Rockets in the previous game. So we'll be back with 5 games tomorrow night here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Central and Unity start things off at 4 o'clock. Illini West and Western at 5. West Central is back here tomorrow night against West Hancock at 6. Liberty and Beardstown play at 7, and Southeastern and Rushville Industry at 8. Then we'll have 4 games on Wednesday and 4 games on Thursday before the 9 games that are here at the high school on Saturday. So for Evan Wagner, who is wanting me to get off this really quick so that he can go home and do his homework, because I know he said he had some homework to do, I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night right here from the 2023 Lady Sons Classic at Southeastern High School. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again very soon.